1, 2, 3.
Well, you guys do it a lot longer than me.
I guess some people didn't get the memo that we do it after 3.
Hello,
I said hi.
all ye faithful. Once again, we meet for episode 21. I title this one Bunch of Choices because they're going to be encountering only one choice.
No choices.
Only one choice. And here is what I'm going to start this session with. Do y'all remember where you are?
Yeah, we're looking at Soren's emaciated, helpless, stupid fucking vampire face behind a big bubble shield.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, Soren has asked for your help. Cinderella and Thomas have both clarified to you guys that he is basically looking for a way to not be a vampire anymore. So, you guys are allowed to do whatever you want with this, but here are the questions that are basically outlined for you. I'm going to be very specific. First question, is this possible to even do? Second question, is Soren telling the truth?
Oh.
Number 3, if 1 and 2 are yes, then how do you do it?
By cutting off his head.
Number 4, if 1 or 2 are no, then what do you do?
Cut off his head anyway.
Player phase.
Cut off his head anyway. He's asking for our help, you guys.
I know. I'm thinking.
Why in the hell should we believe him?
You're asking us?
No, I'm asking Tweedledee and Tweedle fucking dumb. Yes, I'm asking you.
They could be here.
Actually, 2 servants pop out around the corner saying, yes, yes.
Fuck off.
Oh.
Well,
I
Goodbye.
asked Soren why he needs our help.
He says to you, you clearly have an understanding. Pardon me.
Want some blood?
You would not believe.
Nobody get a paper
I start
cut.
picking in my teeth and accidentally, cut my gum a little bit and start bleeding.
He turns his back to all of you and he says, you all have an understanding of the arcane arts. You have patience. You have determination. You have a knack for finding answers where most give up. I know that I don't have any right to ask for your help.
Nope.
Would you believe me if I told you that I was simply looking out for my own survival when I threw you out of a tower?
Nope.
No, we didn't really know who you were. You could have just been like, hey, thanks for doing the thing you just did. I was planning on doing that. Okay, bye.
Could have handled that a lot better.
Yeah.
He turns back towards you guys.
There was a nice way to do that, Soren.
He turns back towards you to look at you, trying to show his face so you can see him as he says this.
Come into
Get
my
ugly.
life.
He says, again, I have no right to ask for your help,
Right.
No.
but I don't know what else to do. And forgive me, but whenever someone does discover that I am what I am, and there's a bit of disgust on his face when he says that, and says, most of them want me dead. It was inevitable.
Yeah, what that could be.
It was inevitable that my father would try to relay to you who and what I was. I assumed I made a mistake. I
Made
should.
an ass out of you and me.
That does spell assume.
is there anything you can do to make us trust you better?
ASSUME. What is that?
Can you do anything to make us trust you better?
I.
Like, gain our trust back. Dad,
What do you want?
proof.
Something
What
that
can you provide?
A little light bulb seems to appear above his head, not literally, and he. You guys see a light bulb. You go, "What the fuck is that? What's electricity?" Anyway,
I jump up and grab it.
he goes over to a nightstand that's in the room that he's enclosed in. Because remember, he's also in that protective bubble, so he can't leave.
So the bubble encases most of the room then?
What's that?
the bubble encases most of the room then?
The entire room. So you guys are actually peering through the double doorway that's leading into the room, but he can't touch you guys, and vice versa. It is the same type of bubble that Manamarco was locked inside of in the very beginning of the game, if you remember that. Yeah, one puncture and it popped, but he couldn't do anything from the inside. Soren grabs a tome from the nightstand and brings it over and says, "You need this. You want this." Right? And there's a bit of desperation in his tone when he's like, "Right?"
It would be nice.
If you help me, you get this.
Suppose we decide to take it anyway.
I don't think we can grab it. It's inside the bubble.
He tosses it onto a little poofy chair in the corner. He's like, "Look, if you pop the bubble, this sounds like a lazy excuse, but I cannot be held responsible for how I react. I can already smell the blood coming out of this room. If you pop the barrier, there's nothing stopping me from getting to you. I will try to refrain, but I am what I am." Yes, Trip.
Can I roll a bullshit check with my cunning to see if I can tell if he's kidding?
Yes.
Boy. That is an 8 plus 10 cunning, I think. 2 seconds. Yeah, 18.
So it smells more like cow shit to you.
You cannot tell.
Well then.
He's got a poker face.
I've
got some questions.
Do we have
for
anything
him.
like a truth serum? Jesus.
I don't think I gave you a truth serum this game. I typically do, at least once. Be all like, interrogate Legion. But I...
We didn't get any potions this time.
I know, you guys actually haven't gotten any physical potions in a while. But no, I don't believe you have any Veritas serum or anything. That could have been one thing you got from the Harry Potter night, though.
Damn.
What's that, Trevor?
I said the only fancy potion I've got right now is the courage.
Yes.
Which, total side note, it says a crit on, was it attack rolls or everything?
Everything for that match. Yeah.
So if like,
or I'm sorry,
you
know
right
what?
now and tried to do the bullshit check. Right?
I now realize exactly what you were asking for. Not like movement and breathing and jumping and flying and like all that stuff I'm talking about. It means attacking and magic. That's what it means. Yeah. I fly. Okay, I guess you fly now.
I take the potion. We win the match.
Fuck. Yes.
So is it anything that touches the bubble that will pop it, or is it intent to pop?
It's intent to pop.
Okay, so can objects go through it?
No.
Or no? Okay.
Which means you have to... His bargain is that you are going to find a cure in order to get the last Thaumaturgica.
Okay, we get to cure him of his vampirism? Okay.
Wants, yeah.
Pull your teeth out.
Interesting.
It worked before.
It did not work before. Lexi was still a vampire after that. Go, Trevor. Go, Trevor!
We just got rid of
asked him.
Sucking blood.
Hey, you've been stuck in there with your books for a while. Let's go on the assumption that I don't know jack shit about vampires other than how to kill them. Where would we possibly start to cure you?
He's about to talk, and suddenly Cinderella interrupts and says, "Oh, the college. We have a bunch of scholars looking up ways to..." I'm sorry.
You're the fucking... You're the queen.
You're the motherfucking... I'm so sorry.
Your Majesty.
Majesty.
If it's something easier for us to do, then why would you want like us specifically to do it?
He has faith in you guys because he has seen you destroy a being that has been around that was around for almost 4 millennia, that created him. That rumor has it you've defeated all these huge things, befriended a dragonling, blah 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 blah, and so he has faith that you guys stand a chance to do once again the impossible. And scholars are nice and smart and everything, But why on earth would there be something that could help him out there? He believes that you guys could figure it out. But Cinderella insists it's a decent place to start. The college is
We'll
very
give it a shot, but if it doesn't work, I'm cutting his head off.
Soren looks miffed. And he's like, how long do I have?
We could do some research, I suppose.
I have some questions for him.
Yes, Delphine, go ahead.
So first and foremost, how long have you been like the alpha vampire?
Forever.
Are you channeling Topaz?
Like, yeah.
You're just gonna do a call through my skill, okay? He says, since the moment that I was created,
How long ago was that? Do you know?
around 2,000 years ago.
It's a long time.
Very long time.
And you just recently started feeling sad about being the alpha vampire?
No.
You've been this way the whole time?
I have wanted to survive.
Hmm.
Manamarco, my father, consisted of ideas and plots to achieve his own ends, and he consistently used my loyalty to him in order to keep me the way that I was. There was once upon a time when I asked him if it were possible to change my nature, and he laughed.
He was a bit of a dick like that.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why we killed Manamarco. Okay. So,
Alright, sorry.
if we can't find a cure, would you be willing, like, do you want to just cure yourself of vampirism in order to survive, or do you want to completely abolish vampirism in general forever?
As soon as I become cured, the first thing that I will do is to find the thrall that I've created, if there's any left at all, and take care of them either in the same way as the vampire cure you give me, to try to save them, to undo my wrong. If there are no thrall left, or after I have completed that, I will leave this land. I've only known these kingdoms for 2,000 years, and I would not like to return.
Jinx
Can I
is
call a
pacing.
quick aside with my companions?
Absolutely. But
So-
before you do that, did Jinx have a question?
No, I'm just saying what she's doing. She's pacing in the background, kind of like, thinking.
Does Luna have any ideas or questions before you guys step aside?
I do.
Oh, I do have a question. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
Has anything been tried already?
He looks over at the Thaumaturgica again, and he says, I have the wrong book. There's a Thaumaturgica that is good at abolishing and destroying. I have the one that is good at creation. And there's nothing that I could find.
You couldn't create a human out of yourself?
No. Nothing
Did you
that I could
create a
find.
cure?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay. I'm dead.
Luna, anything from you?
Nope.
Okay. Zelda?
Would you be willing to part with your alpha vampire status to another person? And
Oh, for
not-
fuck's sake, no, Zilton.
No.
And not kill that person?
As in transfer his alpha.
By the way, all of us are like, no.
Nope.
Don't
We all
do
know
it.
now too. We're like,
Let's just grab him and go out of the room now.
Somebody's gonna have to give me a d20 for the pulling away before the answer.
So,
You're
but
worse
what
like
does he
that,
say?
you
I'm curious.
11 plus 11.
She moves too quickly for him to answer. He sees the kerfuffle and he's like, good talk.
So as soon as Zilton gets dragged away, like, so I have a request, laddie.
Real quick, the royal couple follows you away from the doors. So they're overhearing your conversation. But anyway, go ahead.
So, first of all, I look at the royal couple like, you fucking mind?
And Thomas says,
This isn't for you.
Thomas says, yes.
this is kind of a private conversation,
Fine.
sir.
It's like fine.
Bad as I didn't hear any of that. So I go to listen to the rest of my crew, if
Okay.
you will, and I was like, aren't we going up to Charming after this? Wouldn't we want somebody who knows a lot about dark abomination-y type things to help us against the dark abomination-y type thing?
It's true.
Well,
I say that's our price. We help him, he helps us. He doesn't have to fight. He's just got to tell us what he knows, figure it out.
A noob.
I make no promises, but I'll try.
Not you. I meant him.
All that. I'll keep an eye. I'll keep a lookout for that part. I'm good at those.
Okay. Alright.
Everybody
Zelfin,
sound
Luna.
good? Aye?
Ready?
yeah.
Zelfin. You disagree because you just want the vampire power.
You're not gonna become a vampire.
No.
You guys wake up and he's sucking on Jinx's neck.
God.
Don't worry, this won't turn you, I think. You're a bunny.
What makes you
No, I said it'd be
What-
Banicula.
What makes you interested in becoming a vampire?
Power.
You do realize that that's not the good kind of power.
That's not
That's a
Oh,
curse.
dark
Good.
blood.
That's a curse.
Zilton, you need to learn what is good and bad in this world.
You're like a
Bad touch.
toddler.
Not
you don't
everything.
fucking
You
care.
can't turn everything from that is bad to good either. Some things are just bad permanently.
For some reason, I really thought Jeff was gonna say, "Well, not with that attitude."
Well, not with that attitude.
You would deeply regret it because then people won't be after, well,
Well,
Charming
the
anymore.
way
They'll be
that-
after you.
The way I look at it is that a lot of people already want me dead. I'm used to that feeling.
What is this feeling?
And power would be really nice in order to defend myself. Because people already want to kill me for other reasons.
They'll want to kill you less if you know.
Well,
Do
I
more
mean,
good.
well,
You
Try
mean
and
less
become a vampire
killable.
and
You
I'll
should
shank you.
make
there could be a
amends.
good vampire. I mean,
Yeah, no.
Yeah, his name is Edward Cullen, okay?
Yeah,
Oh
well, you know,
God!
it
Oh,
exists.
Jesus! Just
There's
You know,
there's
Bye,
you
Trevor.
know, I could.
there's a
I
couple.
could
Oh
just,
no, he's
you know-
driving here. He's gonna punch me. See you in 2 hours.
You wake up at like midnight.
How bad could it be?
Walk away
I
with
drink
no
some blood
explanation.
every now and then.
Whose
Not so
blood?
bad. Oh, I'd find like animals and stuff.
Yeah, it's
So you would be a Cullen.
Yep.
Stop referencing Twilight.
Okay, sorry.
You do
Save
bag blood.
me.
Bag blood. From like
Or if there's
From-
like someone who really deserved it, I would eat them. That's fine.
Oh, so you would be an Avenger. You would be a
The Avenger.
vigilante.
is
The
it bad?
vigil purr.
Vigil burr.
Vigil pyre.
Vigil fire.
Van.
Vampalante.
Vigilante. Yeah, I was
That's
just thinking
better.
of Vampalante.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jinx is going to go off to the library, college place that Cinderella mentioned.
So once again, Jinx tries the strategy of abandoning the party, but just going, I made up my mind, I'm gonna go do it. Fuck y'all.
Jinx
much.
hopping down the
Can
I
I
trail.
mean,
go
that's
give our
a
plans
pretty
to
good
Soren
idea, seeing
first?
as how they're not gonna let me make a deal with them. I want to play along.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. I'm gonna have them make like some sort of enchanted leash on you, so you
Oh
can't
my.
do
A way to
anything.
tame the dark one. Yes, Trevor.
How dare you?
Before we all fuck off to the library, can I go tell Soren our deal?
Yes. He seems confused, and he walks out of your sight, and then grabs the thaumaturgical off the poof, and he comes back and he's like, isn't that exactly what I just offered you? Help for help?
What makes you think I know a damn thing what that says?
This is what you've been looking for.
Aye, doesn't mean I know how to use it.
One of your magician friends, one of the genielings.
Aye, they could, but they haven't been studying it. I get the feeling you have.
He looks down at it almost like he's looking at a ugly cat. And he's like,
Crookshanks.
he's like, yeah.
Wow.
He sets it down again on another table, and he's like, okay, so what are you suggesting?
I suggest
He's come with
that
us.
it's a test of intentions.
I have a
You
vial
really
of blood.
want to get rid of your vampirism because it's an evil thing, do you not?
Yes.
As is the thing that Charming is supposedly trying to create.
It's already created.
All the more reason for you to help us. You promise to do a good thing, and we'll help you do another good thing. There's nobody who loses in that.
This is true.
Amendment. If one of you, after the cure is administered, can read this tome, am I free to go?
I don't see why not.
As long as you don't give us a reason to kill you.
I would amend that as long as he writes down any notes of knowledge that he knows offhand that are not in the tome.
You help our friend who can read it, interpret it, and then you go.
Agreed.
I do have a question. Like, if you weren't a vampire anymore, would you, like, lose all your powers?
Most of them.
Wow. That must suck.
No.
It's the
He
exact
already
opposite.
sucks.
Wouldn't he be able to do that
As
anymore?
a vampire.
Mm,
Ha.
Is it so strange?
Ah.
Is it so strange to think that I just want to have a family somewhere?
Yeah.
It is actually
People
kind of
if you
strange.
murder.
So you're Aiden in being human.
I don't know what you were referencing. Plus, you're not even there. You
I-
went off to college.
I'm not talking in the game.
I feel like there's a Scottish accent resonating through the hallways, hitting my bubble.
Yes, I use
Where's your bunny
shockwave.
I thought she was Irish.
Oops.
Mm,
Oops.
it's like a weird mix.
Does the party agree? Does the party agree to these terms?
Yes.
I'm game.
Yeah.
sure.
I'm forced to.
Forced to.
There's
All right.
literally my sword, just like, yeah, no, I'm cool.
You both. So I'll say Phobos because you've been leading most of this charge. You can't shake his hand, so he nods at you in kind of like a simulation of the handshake, like a bow. Yeah.
An acknowledgement.
Yeah.
You gotta nod back at him.
You salute and bam your head. You bam your head so hard that you actually pop the bubble. Oh god, a vampire.
Oops.
No,
I didn't have a tent.
Tommy.
Okay. As you guys are making your way away from this whole bit,
Away,
500
away.
XP for the conversation.
Is that everybody?
Everybody,
Okay.
except what's everybody's level?
10.
10.
10.
Everybody's 10. Awesome. But never mind. 500 for everyone.
Woohoo.
Jenny, oh.
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 Jenny could just heal the vampirism.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Burn
cast-
slowly from within.
Just
Dip
cast
him.
the Zuna.
Just use Holy 4.
Dip him in holy water. And
Use Wrath of the Heavens. Just do it. In the room.
It'd
Alright. You can't escape from it at all.
be super fun.
Okay, as you guys make your way back down the stairs, back into court and into the main foyer, and then almost out of the castle, you overhear Cinderella and Thomas discussing, and she's scolding. Cinderella's scolding her husband over something, and he's kind of chortling to himself because of some sort of joke that he had made.
I like this guy now. Can I stealth and go eavesdrop?
You're like within 10 feet of each other. You could just turn around and go, what?
I turn around and go, what?
Thomas says, oh, nothing. She doesn't want me to say it's fine. And Cinderella's like, look, there's rumors. Our kingdom is quite wealthy. And
Tiny.
not many people think first to come here. But there are many powerful energies here. There's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of potential in this kingdom, and so I would say don't overlook any possible resources that might come to your aid during this whole scholarly adventure. And Thomas says, okay, here's the thing. There's this guy, right? And It's just... Okay, I'm sorry. There's this guy who lives on the hills overlooking the kingdom. And he's really... he's very odd.
He's
And
not the only one.
I am a king. You will not address me as such. But,
Today, Junior? What?
Cinderella basically hushes him and says, be merry, good luck, we'll see you soon, hopefully, I really hope that you find a cure. And they bustle off.
Well, we're going to see the odd one now.
To the college. Alright.
To the odd one's house.
You don't know where it is.
I look at the hills. I look for a house overlooking the kingdom.
Frankly,
I knock on that door.
there's a lot of hills.
Okay, well then I check all of them and knock on all of those houses.
How long do you go through every single house? I take 12 days. You are clearly unsure of where to go because there's hills on practically every side of you
Okay, fine.
as you leave the castle.
The Dominion of Glass is in the fucking
The
valley.
The Dominion of Glass is in a valley, correct. People are busy as you walk through the streets. Very nice cobblestone and buildings that are nicely cleaned and upkept and whatnot. People are happy here. And as you guys are asking for directions for the college, they very pleasantly direct you and go, oh, you go down this road, then turn left and turn right at the flower shop, and then be sure to get a Danish. They're amazing. You're going to go up the half hill, and it's right there. It's the big bell. And you're like, that was strange because you're nice. Everybody wants to kill us, but this lady. It's weird. Trevor, you had a hand up.
Yes. Just kind of a flavor-esque thing. Are people giving me weird looks for being a tiefling?
Not at all, because you've seen 2 tieflings already.
Are they hot?
I mean, if you're gay, yeah.
You don't know how Zilfin rolls. Moving on.
Moving on.
We go to the college.
Okay.
Going to college.
Jesus.
I'm still looking at the hills, man.
Hey, they might be looking back because the hills have eyes.
You do not see any houses that are overly ostentatious. No, like, fireworks saying, come here, there's something over here. There's no, like, fires, there's no flags, or there's nothing at all to basically alert you to go over to one hill over another. So, as you guys make your way through the Dominion of Glass, you are entering, well, not entering, you are getting more and more into the outskirts of the kingdom proper. You're still in like the city portion, but you're more towards the outside. The college is very big. Not as big as the castle, but it's like
So big.
4 stories tall, a couple of towers. There's a grand set of stairs leading up to the main entrance. People are milling around with scrolls, wands, staves. People are arguing. People are listening to speeches. People are studying in study groups. People have their dogs with them because it's a dog-friendly place.
Students with beards.
Students with beards. Yeah. As you guys enter, there is a directory, and the directory says, "What can I do for your honeys?
What can I do you for?
Do you for?
Hey, don't steal my accent, arsehole.
What can I do you for?"
He's not. He's doing an Irish accent. You're doing Scottish. That's a lot different.
Is it? Can you tell? Because I can't.
I can.
Do you have any potions I can buy?
He sounds like a leprechaun.
She says, "You're going to be wanting to look at the shops down the road.
No.
This is a college. We don't sell. We don't have a student store. We don't have a bookstore.
Damn it, you beat me to my
I
own
want
joke.
potions.
You
Fucker.
can learn how to make your own potions here.
No, I just want potions.
You're going to want to go to the store then, down the
Nah.
road. What else can I do for you folks?
Nah, I should go.
I should go. She's obviously very upset with me.
I'll be right back.
Is there anybody we could speak to about vampires?
Oh, are you part of the focus group, if you will?
We are.
Okay.
We're actually a new team that's been brought on. We're specialists, you might say.
Fantastic. You're going to want to go to the dean's office. It's up on the 4th floor.
Am I in trouble?
Yes.
No.
Damn it.
They're all inside there. I really hope that you guys can actually help out because we've already lost 3 team members, so...
What?
I'm sorry.
We're part of team #Free the Alpha.
Yep.
I don't understand.
We probably shouldn't explain that one.
Sorry, I've seen many.
Jeff, please name
timelines.
this session #Free the Alpha.
Okay.
Please.
I'm curious what the picture's going to be for this one now. Ooh, a picture of Soren Markov. You guys find it easily, considering that there are signs that say Dean's office, 4th floor, and you're like, stairs? And they're like, stairs. And you go up the stairs. You go up to the 4th floor, and people are arguing quite a lot up here, even though it's obviously a library. However, you can tell the caliber of this particular library is much higher. As in, there are glass cabinets locking away certain scrolls that should not be accessed by anyone except for certain people. There are people that are sitting in plush, cushy seats rather than like the wooden crap downstairs. This is a much more high-class area. And eventually, actually not eventually, very quickly, you come across a group that is not in the dean's office, but are very obviously looking up vampires and possible cures, based on an argument that you were overhearing from one older man who's more stout, and a taller, thinner, younger guy who's like, you just don't understand what this guy needs. And he's like, of course I don't. You don't either. And he's like, clearly, I'm not a vampire. You know?
I immediately go, shh. I'm trying to read.
As you look at notes.
I'm flipping through my Thaumaturgica.
You don't have one.
I'm flipping through, I'm reading my hand. And I literally say, I'm trying to read over here, and I'm staring at my hand. I'm fucking doing this.
Meanwhile, Phobos backs him up
I
and
say,
just says,
I'm trying to
"Don't be rude
read.
to the man."
4 of the 12 scholars look over at you and start laughing. The other 8 go...
Yeah, it would be a lot less funny and weird if you guys understood that I'm reading the new invisible scroll enchantment that I just came up with.
One guy says, really?
I'm sorry, it's cutting edge magic, and I shouldn't even be talking about it.
It's actually.
Please
kinda
continue on
spooky.
with your vampire argument.
They all look at each other very confused and go,
I copy Zilthan by holding a book on my hand. With a 15.
you do it so convincingly next to him like, oh yeah. And just like unroll something. Oh, look at that.
Oh, would you look at that?
I should highlight that.
Yeah, get out a highlighter.
It's invisible.
It's the
Little
invisible
magical energy on
highlighter.
a finger, just.
That's a good idea. I crack a mage light real quick to help me read.
Oh my
More than
God.
half of them are now genuinely confused because they believe you now. They're like, that's not, like, is that a thing? Like, where are you from? Those who don't believe you go, you're wasting our precious time. We're trying to help a man.
Are they all
Trevor.
sitting at a table? Are they sitting at a table?
They're like half sitting, half standing around this long table, yeah.
Cool. I find an empty seat and do that really arrogant thing where you plop down and just swing both feet up and go. So. And I just take control of the conversation from there, but don't actually contribute.
So essentially, you do the whole flipping motion. You put your you put your feet up, and you say, "So, here's what we're gonna do," and you just say a lot of words that actually mean nothing at all, and they look at you like, "Who put this guy in charge? It wasn't on my authority."
My character bursts out into laughter because she's reading a funny book with a 20.
Just like rolling on the floor.
The entire session is turned into fuck with the scientists.
Okay, because you rolled a 20,
I can't believe
Fuck
I got
the
a
researchers.
20.
all 12 of the
Start laughing
scientists.
at all.
begin laughing with you because your laugh is so merry and genuine, seemingly, that they break out of their grumpy mood and they begin to laugh at some joke that they don't even know because there is no joke because you read nothing.
It's like that
And
section of
then I immediately go like, yeah?
We're in the same book.
Did you just get to that part too?
Hey guys, it's a handbook.
In the meantime, Jinx is gonna hop along behind them and like start looking at what they're looking at over their shoulders. Not these two, the scientists.
You can see that they've been looking up different, very powerful magical sources that could assist. They have whittled it down to, like, I would say it's not whittled it down because it seems like a high number still. About 18 different possibilities of what could work. And they're arguing that what they were arguing about was those 18 of how some are ridiculous, some are obvious, some are impossible, some are legends and things like that, including magical crystals, including demons, including gods, including everything that you can probably attribute to a typical D&D game. Hold on, real quick, Trevor.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know I had a question.
You are surmising, therefore, that they've whittled it down to a number, but they have not made a decision on what to try first. So they're arguing over what to experiment with, what they should spend their time doing. Should they even consult Cinderella and Thomas saying, we have possibilities, 18 of them. Are they at that point where they should go public, etc., etc.? Do
they have a list of what the 18 possibilities are?
They do. I'm not going to list all 18 because most of them will be pulled out of my butt. But here's the big follow-up, though. You guys can help them one by one whittle the list down by doing experiments with them, more research, field work, etc., etc. But I'm not going to have you guys go do that manually. We are going to do a time lapse of how long you guys are willing to put in the work to do this. Trevor, you had something to say.
When we get a moment, doesn't necessarily have to be right now, I want to ask them what they mean by they've lost people.
Oh, 3 people, did I say 3 or 4? Anyway, 3 or 4 people have left this team because there's just no getting along. And nobody seems to agree.
They died.
No, nobody's died. Nobody's been into a dangerous situation at all, but it's
these experiments were really taxing. People are dying on us, man.
We tried to make a bomb that only hit vampirism but not the soul, and it just blew us up. I don't know how I'm alive.
Blew our minds.
I'm not. I'm a ghost.
I'm actually dead. Oh god, I didn't even
There's
know
actually
that.
only 11 scientists. Weird.
It's like some weird Sixth Sense shit going on.
It's like Supernatural. Where's Dean?
I was actually thinking it's really hard for me to not go supernatural on this because I gotta check the lore and
so
I need human blood. I need
start that montage where it shows the people on Google typing in certain keywords.
Things floating across the screen little keywords.
Almost jackass off the side of the library.
Yeah.
So, is there any questions you guys want to have? Do you guys want to do? Do you actually want to work with these guys? Do you not want to?
Do we have any other options? That's the other one.
Yeah.
These guys are it, I think.
I mean,
how long have you guys been at this?
They look at each other and they go, how long have we been awake? 6 days? 6 days. 6 days. It's been 6 days.
Alright, I think you need some new fresh eyes on this. Give me a list.
And they look at each other and go, I'm sorry, but we can only consult.
Do you know who we are, sir?
That's exactly what I was leading up to, you interrupting Jeannie Ling.
Oh.
I need to sleep.
Sorry.
We can only work with people who are authorized by the king and queen, so...
We were sent here by the king and queen.
Sir.
Jinx,
hold on. This guy locks eyes with you and tries to look really stern.
I don't think you want to challenge Trevor on this.
Tries to look really stern. And you say... Listener, he got really close to his camera.
Yes, it did.
He is so tired that he blinks first, and he's like, shit. And
I will poke your eyes with my horns.
You stand there with such conviction and truth,
I
frankly.
thought his feet were up on the table.
That's true. You sit there with such
really flexible.
such blithe arrogance and just I don't care, and truth that he's like, all right, we'll give you a chance because we also kind of need more help. So, fine, you can
Oh
help.
shit.
That's what I thought.
Jinx just snatches the list.
You take the list of 18 things. Do you guys begin your work?
I look up from my book real quick and I say,
Quote unquote.
what do you mean, quote unquote? It's a book.
It's an invisible handbook.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
Quote unquote.
My people skills are rusty.
Yeah. Sorry. My bad. I'm gonna throw out that that I think maybe destroying Charming's abomination and prodding Charming for information on abominations might help the situation. Like, that might be a thing to do.
So you're thinking change gears? Come back to this later?
Yeah.
I'm going to make this very easy for you guys. You cannot do that.
Oh.
It's very, 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 very rare when I say no to players, but for the
Well, then I'm
sake
done. I'm going home.
for the sake of continuity in this game, you guys made a choice back in the Enchanted Forest
To come here.
to either go here.
I just imagine fucking Bolas coming out of nowhere going, no.
A genie
Stop.
appears and takes the idea of leaving out of your minds.
It's like we're just hit with amnesia every time we start to think that way. Like,
I look up from my handbook and I go like,
I mean, there's
brain fart.
obvious ways to end this quest if you guys didn't want to go through it. There's very obvious ways.
Kill him.
Yes,
Kill all the scientists.
I'd say we should
clearly,
try,
clearly.
because we have so many different options. Might as well give it a go.
Yeah,
Is there any way that we can try and narrow our search beforehand to make the time more efficient?
It will be up to the D6s.
oh.
okay.
I mean, yeah, I'm with Katie. I say we do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do you guys sleep through this venture?
What do you mean?
Like, do you guys take
yes.
breaks and sleep during the night?
Yes.
Do you? Okay.
My character is definitely going to stay awake the whole time.
Yeah, it's same with Jinx.
We'll have 2 stay awake, 2 work.
I will say that
Bolas is
Jenny.
going to try really hard to be a good student, but every like 10 minutes he's going to go like, yeah, I'm helping.
Cosmo keeps flirting with like the book maids that come by and clean up stuff. Hello.
Totally just said that I was going to be sleeping, by the way. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Cosmo is there with you, assisting as well. She cannot heal you. Good luck.
Don't get hit by books.
A book attacks you.
Don't get hit
I
by
rolled a
guns.
6 total. Do you keep going?
Yes.
Haven't we
think so.
discovered anything?
You have whittled it down to 15.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, go for it.
Woo!
I rolled a total of 7. Do you keep going?
Yes.
Why not?
You whittled it down to 13.
Keep going.
How are we able to whittle away these
On the 3rd day,
facilities?
you have whittled it down to 11. Do you keep going?
I keep going.
Yeah.
If they want to take it and go somewhere else with it, but I'm going to keep trying.
I'll keep going.
What else is going on in the world while we're doing this? Or do we
Yeah.
not have any idea?
That's pretty much the point, is how long are you guys willing to stay patient and consistent with this until either something shows up, or like something, like an answer appears, or you guys give up.
Well, apparently we can't do anything else. So.
But my point is that this quest is your quest right now.
It's optional.
But yeah, it's optional, quote unquote, but like sticking with it and trying to find the cure. But you could go and like fucking murder Soren if you want to and just end it all.
I don't want to do that, and
Okay.
if our only other option is to do this, then I would rather do it. I would rather not have to kill him.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Which she
Yeah.
said.
It's in my best interest to not kill someone.
Day
Yeah.
4.
If this is the best thing we can do, then we'll
It
do
just
it.
starts making us anxious. Like,
You whittle it down to 7.
It's pretty
I mean,
good.
we
Say
technically
one
don't
more.
have much to lose, so
One more
if he
day?
dies, he dies.
let's keep going.
Tommy,
Yes.
at what point do we just have to start doing things manually?
Actually, after the
Not
5th
options,
day.
but
I wrote in the rules for this whole session after the 5th day, which is the last roll, actually.
got it.
Whittle it down.
Jeez, okay.
What?
All the rolls were very average, to be honest with you, except for 2 of them.
Which we're
So
probably
you
shooting.
whittle it down to shoot.
Eh.
It was 8. So you whittle it down to 3.
Awesome.
Not terrible.
Okay.
Pray tell, what are what do we do?
Let me eliminate from the list. Hold on. Oh, you lucky ducks.
You know what would be funny? Is if all 3 of the things that we try on Soren, none of them work.
You have to
And
do
we
all
have to
3.
kill him at the end.
Okay. Here's it. Here is it. You ready? 3 options. There is a sect of 4 of the scholars that go, there is no answer. You have to either let him go free or eradicate him. There is a sect of 4 that says you have to consult the man on the hill. He's the only one that can actually do this because he breaks the laws of magic. He can do this. And there's the last sect of 4 that says we may have found a gate into the underworld, and there is an item in there that has already been used to separate pieces of the soul. If you get that item, you can attack Soren's soul and rip off the part that is vampire and leave him human.
Dude, I want that item.
Why are,
D20 checks from all of you.
why are we
The
going
fucking
Harry Potter?
underworld.
We're mixing Harry
12.
Potter and Percy
20
Jackson.
A
time.
19.
Trevor and
5.
Fulbus and Luna. You both are triggered by the sound of this item, and you guys both realize this might be the same item that Red Riding Hood used to separate herself from the wolf.
Can I use my
It's not-
sword knowledge?
It's not going to be a good
You-
idea.
That's all you can surmise.
Oh.
Yeah. I added your 4, by the way.
Oh.
Well, if she used that to separate herself from the wolf, wouldn't separating the alpha vampirism creates a separate being?
Exactly. I'm like, that's not going to solve... Like,
You
that,
don't know that for sure, because you also have to remember that Red hated magic. So it's quite possible she didn't know what the F she was doing with it.
But if we do separate it, it would be technically we'd still fulfill what we wanted to do for him. That way we don't
And
have
we
to
could
kill him.
potentially kill it.
Yeah.
We did kill the wolf.
The sect that told you about this item, they say, however, it is currently being guarded in a cave that cannot be seen by normal means, that is layered with dragons, rumor has it, and deep in that cave leads to the trail to the underworld, and if you get there, it's also being protected by a monster named Chernobog.
What?
Oh, yeah. Frickin' A.
What
I
is
forgot.
that?
Okay, you guys,
If
did you ever...
anybody plays Night on Bald Mountain, I
Yeah.
believe.
I
Does
Did you
not sound
ever
familiar.
watch
know
Fantasia?
who
Yeah, a
Chernobog
long
is.
time ago.
Okay.
That big
Chernobog
giant
is that-
stone demon thing that sucked in
Oh,
souls.
yeah.
Dun,
That's
dun.
That
right.
music still creeps me the fuck out.
Yep.
I remember that.
Let's put this in a children's movie.
God.
Seriously,
I'm uploading it to our chat.
Great. Thanks.
I'm gonna shank you so hard.
How are you going to do that? You're in
He
Tahoe.
was also in Kingdom Hearts.
I have a car.
I have a
Yeah, I think I
car.
remember that.
I'm gonna shake you with the car.
We're upstairs. Good luck.
Hey, cool, I got a message. Oh, fuck you, Tommy.
Oops.
I hate you so much right now. By the way, I love...
Is this the Kingdom Hearts version? Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
This battle was effing hard in Kingdom Hearts. You had to know when to heal, or else you were gonna die. It was at a specific moment every time. Alright. So, Man on the Hill. You guys ask for more clarification and go, what Man on the Hill? And the four kind of look uncomfortable, and they look to each other, and they start to be heckled by the other 8 scholars, and they go, what are you... He's such a... Guys, come on, you know. And the 4 go, his name... He's a genieling, a lot like you 3, including Cosmo. And they say he's a genieling that found the equivalent of your race's enlightenment. He found a way to access his genie power, and he can actually grant wishes sometimes.
So he smokes a lot.
Okay. So he also listens to Nirvana a lot. He lives up on the hill overlooking the kingdom, overlooking the lake, and he doesn't like to be disturbed, and he will only grant wishes to those who he deems worthy. So there's that. And now, after 5 days of research, tiring, sweating, sometimes crying, swearing, arguing, you guys are all being stared at by the 12 scholars, and they all shrug at you, almost at the same time as a, what are you gonna do?
Well, I think it's clear
slap them all.
that the 4 people who suggested the underworld go to the underworld and retrieve the weapon themselves.
They all shake their heads and go, nope! And they all leave. They all leave the office.
Okay. Maybe just make the underworld portal for us, and then...
The underworld portal is down there. It's being protected by Chernobog. The item is behind him in his lair.
Yeah,
Great.
well, I mean, we need access
Maybe
to
we
the
can
underworld,
befriend
so-
him.
Why can't they just put the portal underneath him?
Portal... What? The portal is underneath him.
Underneath Chernobog?
Mm-hmm. He's, like, standing in it. So,
Crap.
it's... The portal of the underworld is churning
Yeah.
around him. The item is, like, theoretically, if they're right, is behind him in the lair that he's standing in.
Great.
So there's no way to go around. We've got to go through.
I'm gonna go see the Man on the Hill. 'Cause
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing says that we can't do that first and then go try the other thing, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
Let's go less dangerous first.
Yeah, but who says that, you know...
Okay,
like,
you know what? You
know,
can just
like,
go
I'm just saying,
figure
it's a pretty cool item.
You can go figure it out yourself. Have fun.
Well, you're Rumble, so why don't you make a deal with him, huh?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
make
Yeah,
a
make a
deal
deal with Chernobog. Become the new Chernobog as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Chernobog wants a lot.
He wants some more dancing skeletons and ghosts.
You
Well,
probably
you already
take
look like
your
one,
power
Jeff. You're
as
like
Dark
halfway
Lord.
there, bro.
So we have 2 votes for Man on the Hill.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree.
3 outweighs. Sorry, Katie, but you didn't get the vote.
Aw, darn it, I really wanted to go fight Chernobog.
Oh my god, it could be a 2v2.
Likelihood that we're already gonna have to fucking do that.
Alright. The 4 that were voting for the Man on the Hill, they actually look very happy that you are going to do that. They're just like, oh my god, really? Like, we thought that you were just gonna spit on us. They give you directions specifically to which hill to go to. Jeffrey,
Yeah.
you happen to have looked at that hill before.
Oh yeah, I know.
5 days ago.
I know what house you're talking about.
It's not a house.
Well, to me, it's a house.
They say, I don't understand how you think. You were actually acting quite strange these last 5 days, consistently acting like you were reading when you were just, like, looking at people.
He's
That's
reading his
rude.
handbook.
Yeah, I don't understand how or why you're talking to me in such an accusing and condescending way.
Yeah, it's very rude.
If you don't understand someone, you don't just shun them like that. You
Exactly.
try to get to know them a little
Yeah.
better. Maybe I might
Yeah.
enlighten you
Yeah.
in the ways of genieisms and invisible notebooks.
Us genielings are very misunderstood, okay?
Yeah.
We were reading books. You just can't see them with your human eyes.
They all look, the 4 of them look at each other as if they're sharing a private joke and go, okay, I apologize. And they all sidle away, slightly laughing under their breath.
Jerks.
Suddenly, I don't want to go to the man on the hill.
They all go, "Aww." No, I'm kidding.
If that's your only answer, is to go talk to a person to wish it all away,
It's still a
it
possibility.
gives me something to laugh about. I've thought about that, but no, I'm open to the possibility that maybe he could wish this all away.
You guys make your way to the hill.
I have a question though, real
Yes.
quick. Obviously, Chernobog is this big, scary demon thing. Like, obviously, they don't want to go do that because it's dangerous. It's the underworld.
He is the king of demons, yeah.
But the man on the hill does not sound nearly as scary at all. Why haven't they pursued that route?
It's a very good question. They don't clarify.
Why?
You fuckers are scared of him, aren't you?
Yeah, it's because he can literally like wish them out of existence.
There is shame on their faces when you accuse them of fear.
Pansies.
And yet you laugh at me for reading invisible stuff. Okay.
Find your own invisible courage, you asswipes.
You have a courage potion.
Yeah, but mine's visible.
Make him drink it.
I grabbed the one that was an ass earlier by the ear, and I
I-
dragged him along with us to go to the go to the hill.
Oh, God.
I asked them why they won't.
We need some representation. You're coming with us.
I asked them why they won't exactly tell us.
D20.
I stare at them over her shoulder menacingly.
They're unwilling to look at your eye as you are asking for more clarification.
You're afraid of demons.
Well, then what if I decide I don't want to go then?
That is your choice. If you would like to fight Chernobog, that is your prerogative.
Tommy,
Yes?
can I help her out by grabbing that exact one who just spoke by the scruff and staring at him?
Yes. D20. Intimidation check.
Well, that sucks.
Oh no.
2 plus 8.
2 plus 8?
What's intimidation? What does that get?
Let's say strength.
Yeah, so 2 plus 8. 10.
He is very tired, and he seems intimidated, but not as much as you know that you could muster in your heart. You're just like, man, it could be so much scarier.
You just gotta inflict pain on him, bro.
And he's like,
I'm really thinking about it, honestly.
he says to you, he's not natural. He's not fair. Did I say fair? He's not fair.
Okay, Anakin. Thanks, Mar.
I pray to know. I say, hey, no. Is the man on the hill, does he actually have access to genie powers? With 10.
You do not hear an answer.
No. He wants us to go and find out. Okay.
10 is also a mediocre roll.
Okay.
It's really your guys' choice.
Let's go, damn it.
How about the
Well,
others?
let's go.
Yes, yes,
Sure.
yes. Okay, cool.
As we're leaving our part for Chernobog.
You guys leave. You guys leave, and you are walking for 2 hours as you are leaving the kingdom, or not kingdom proper, but you're leaving the city area, and you're going out into like the more villagey feeling of the kingdom. You make a bit of a U-turn and go up this hill that's a bit sharp as you're walking up the dirt lane path up this hill. You're passing by nice farms and houses and trees and things like that that make the entire scenery quite nice. The higher up the hill you go, you are seeing more and more of the kingdom because you're getting a better vantage point. You also see that beyond the kingdom, further to the east, that you have not seen, is a lake. Give me a d20. Thank you, Cam.
2. Really bad roll. I used my 20 earlier.
12.
7.
Jinx.
4.
You remember the myrrh that were swimming underneath in the catacombs and the river that were swimming away from the Grand Ocean. And the guards were saying to you, we are escaping from our kingdom to go somewhere safe because of the Civil War. It kind of clues into you that perhaps they were swimming to that lake. Literally on the opposite side of the map to get away from their troubles in the sea.
You have a lot of lightsabers.
Sight laborers?
Sight laborers. They labor my sight. Oh my god, and another one.
It's like he likes lightsabers for some reason.
Ow.
Is it bright for you?
Actually, really fucking bright.
No. I can see it.
Yeah, you like that you can see the reflection of it on my glasses.
Okay, you guys come across a man sitting at the very peak of the hill overlooking the castle, the lake, and pretty much everything. You also see, I'll say for flavor, there is a tower on the opposite side of the kingdom, pretty far off, but it's so tall that you can still see it. It's not towards where you know Charming is. It's not towards the center of the kingdoms, but it's a very tall, skinny tower. And Luna, you remember a story. What was it called? Rapunzel?
Tangled.
Tangled. And
Frying pan.
and the little girl in you is kind of like, that tower reminds me of Rapunzel. Weird. Anyway.
And
Interesting.
this guy's reminding me of Tom Bombadil.
I announced that to the others, what it reminds me of, because I was thinking out loud.
You guys all hear the story suddenly of Rapunzel. What do you feel?
Which
That's
version?
horrible.
I tell the entire story to them.
Which
With
version?
the 4.
The bloody version.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Because it's the bloody version, Phobos is sitting there watching like a gentle schoolboy, like, tell me
I
more.
don't actually know the bloody version.
I'll tell you after session.
Yeah.
As you
Same
guys,
story, just blood.
as you guys reach the peak of the hill,
Oh, she's on her period.
there is a lone figure sitting cross-legged on basically the equivalent of a yoga mat, a red yoga mat. There is incense burning to his left. He seems to be in meditation, and there is a long staff sitting or laying across from him on the grass. As you guys approach him, he deeply inhales, and he says, "Yes."
Do you want to fight a Demon King for us?
Wasn't on my to-do list today. Why?
Alright, that's fair. Can't fault the to-do list.
Trying to be careful to not startle him too much. Please keep in mind that Jinxa does not like to go on all fours because it's going back to like
Perverting, yeah.
primitive states. So
Yeah.
if she
Feral.
does the little bunny on 4 hop thing, like carefully towards him, and then sits across from him on the other side of the staff.
So you have your back to essentially the cliff or the slope back down the hill,
Mm-hmm.
and you're looking at him
How'd you say he was sitting?
cross-legged, like in meditation, like that. You look at him, and you are hit with how attractive he is. Not because he has like a beautiful face, but the color of his skin, almost like an oak dark color. His robe is almost like woven amber. His hair is nice and soft and slightly blowing in the wind. It's held up in a ponytail. And he's slender, he's relaxed. He has this almost peaceful half smile. Basically all of him is emanating this feeling of, life is great. Life is okay. I am the Buddha.
I try to mimic him and sit down in the same way.
Where?
Right in front of him.
So you
Just
kick
where-
Jinxa over.
Like right next
off,
to Jinxa.
Off the hill. And you
Next to her! Next to her!
He opens his eyes because he had his eyes closed. And he opens one of them and says, "Hello," and shuts it again. And he says, "Yes."
I go,
Can I sit
I'm
down next to
meditating.
them as well?
You sit next to them as well.
We're all just like, okay.
Order like the Samsung bars, like.
No, because Jinxa first said that she's going to sit right in front of him, so it's like
She's
tall
in the
guy,
middle.
short guy,
Then-
minimum guy,
Yeah.
minimum, medium,
Yeah, let's do that.
minimum guy.
So Jinx is less than the minimum.
I'm
Alright.
still just like standing like behind him, like
Very slowly, Zilfin makes his way back down to the castle
Oh.
and makes the deal.
By the way, Jinx also yanked the scientist like down to the
Oh,
ground.
you
as
actually
well.
took him with you?
I wasn't kidding.
Give me a d20. We're going to retroactively do the struggle.
Okay.
Okay.
1.
Uh-oh.
He breaks out of your grip. Back into college.
It's like a tug.
I'll give you one more chance to reinitiate the struggle.
20.
Damn.
You pull him all the way up to the hill with you, and you throw him at his hands and feet, and goes, I don't mean to disturb you. He says it very loudly and annoyingly. I don't mean to disturb you. They brought me here. And the sage looks like, and he opens his eyes, and it's all of a sudden he's like having to fight back frustration. He's like, I'm enlightened. I don't feel negative emotion. It's hard.
Jinxer grabs a tuft of grass and shoves it in the scientist's mouth and says, shut up!
He says, I don't condone violence. I do have a fascination with Tai Chi, however.
I ask why.
Well, she used a Tai Chi move to shove the grass into his face, so...
You're very talented, little bunny man.
I ask him why people fear him so much.
He lets out a very mirthful laugh. Is mirthful a word?
It is now.
I think Murthy.
Mirthful laugh. And he says to you,
Well, just gave me cancer.
truthfully, because they don't know what I am.
What are you?
Well, have you ever heard the story of Pinocchio?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to know how I got these scars?
Are you the cricket?
He blinks and says, come out. And a little ball, like a fairy ball, comes out and says, no, that would be me.
Oh.
Ah, cute.
Holy
Wait,
shit,
does that
the
mean you're
Genuine is
Pinocchio?
Pinocchio.
What?
Does that mean you're Pinocchio?
He says, I guess that's what it means.
Well, your nose isn't growing when you say that, so I believe you.
Not anymore.
Oh. Because you're a real boy.
Tell me a
I'm
lie
a real
right
boy.
now.
Wait, then you're just a human.
I always have been a genieling. People just always thought that I was made of wood because of the color of my skin. Isn't that biased? Wouldn't
So
you say
the
that's a
growing
little
nose
unfair?
I am blue, so.
But in the story of Pinocchio, he was a little ass.
I will admit that I actually was a very bad little boy. Yes.
Where's your father, Geppetto?
Let's not talk about that.
Touchy.
He says to you finally, what can I do
That's
for
Tai
you?
Chi.
Oh my god.
Is it possible you could grant us a cure for vampirism?
He blinks and says, now that I think I can. What is it worth?
What do
You
you
tell
want?
me.
Man, more deals we gotta make. This is where you step in.
We all look at
I'll give you the scientist.
I'll give you the scientist. I give you a blood sacrifice. Now.
I tell him literally everything that's happened so far up to this point.
I'll give you a story.
A 5.
Literally everything as in what? From the moment you guys woke up in the Cave of Wonders up to now? Or as in like you're studying in the college? Or from your birth to now? What do you mean?
Birth to now. No. I
I'm gonna be here a
explained
while.
So then my first period, very painful. Noah walked in on me and I was just like, oh god!
Get out!
He's like, I can heal that. I have healing magic. Anyway.
Meanwhile, Phobos is kind of the doors going, I hear nothing, I hear nothing.
I tell him a lot of, like, what he wouldn't know, most likely.
Like the footnotes.
Yeah, and then tell him...
About what, though? What topics?
Definitely what we're on now.
Okay.
I tell him about what we studied and what we were trying to figure out, and I give him all the options that we were given, and that's why we chose to come here to him.
He says, well, I will say, between me and Chernobog, I'm not sure you chose the right choice.
Why is that?
Because it'll be just as challenging to get what you want from me as it would be from him.
You see, I'm going to make you fight Chernobog.
No!
With your hands tied behind your back.
And no weapons.
He asks what we can give, and he's just like, by the way, I want you to fight Chernobog for me. And we're like...
He says to you, it'll come down to mortal combat between the four of you and myself. If you
And
succeed,
why is that?
If you succeed, you get your wish.
I thought you were about peace.
I am.
Then why did you want to fight us?
I have my reasons.
He wants to practice his Tai Chi.
And if I win, we'll cover that when we get there. I'm going to break a big fourth wall now.
No.
Yes, I am. Because it's... We're at endgame now. So, here it is. Are you ready?
He's too high of a level. We
No.
should probably come back later.
Level
Yeah.
10ers. You are so far into my campaign that I am now going to reveal this secret of the game.
Uh-oh.
There are a total of 5 secret bosses in this game. You have come across none of them except till right now. Pinocchio the Sage is one of these secret bosses. The way that secret bosses work is that they are exceptionally harder. High risk, high payoff. 2 of the challenges are of good ranking, or of good affiliation. The other 3 are of evil. So, it's up to you to decide which one he is. But with that in mind, the challenges reflect the nature of who the secret boss is. So, he is the first one you guys have come across. If you guys never want to go find the other 4, that's fine. But I wanted to let you know at the very least, he's optional. Completely. But he's also of a rank of his own.
Well,
Would we die?
considering we almost died this last battle, and that was not a secret boss, and that was with a healer, we may want to hold off on that one.
You wouldn't choose to actually kill us, though, right? You would just knock us out. Or would you kill us?
He would kill us.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the game. Because it's Tommy. And now he's blushing.
I seriously think that sometimes she just tells me, "Oh, you're blushing," just to make me blush.
Yep. Yep, it's a trigger.
Oh my god.
Dude, you just now figured that out?
No. I just haven't spoken it aloud to you guys.
I don't know
I
if I
have a
believe
life outside of you, Trevor, okay? And you clearly have one outside of me. You're not
Yeah.
inside me
I was
anymore.
that's a little disturbing that he was in you.
What have you guys been up to?
Whatever Tommy dreams of. Whatever he dreams of.
Do we need to
He screamed in my mind.
do we need to do some tests?
You don't know where I've been.
Are you having flashes of blue?
The only reason why I'm worried I'm fighting him is because we don't have Jenny here.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like, that's really the only thing that's holding me back.
I
from
look at him and
this.
say, hold that thought, we're gonna go grind outside.
Give me a d20, all of you.
A 20.
16.
Okay, well, Katie got the threshold. It actually is kind of fitting because you're the one that asked the question. You wouldn't actually kill us, right? You get an overwhelming impression that he wouldn't.
Oh.
I pull out my orange god marble. I go,
Garble.
yeah, my garble.
The garble.
My warble. I show him my warble. I go,
He says, "That's pretty.
That's
It's almost the same
inappropriate.
color as my robe."
yeah,
You want it?
it's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
You want it?
I don't follow Ophelia.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh,
neither
really?
do I.
No one follows it.
And he takes it and goes, "This is pretty." Ooh, she's angry.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't want it anymore.
Okay.
Phobos kind of raises his hand and goes, that might have been me.
He puts it in his incense bowl and says, "So, shall we?"
I mean, if he's not going to kill us, I don't see the harm in trying to do this.
Yeah, we can try. Fine.
Oh, fuck it. Let's do it.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Yeah,
Y'all
what
ready
do you
for
think? I
this?
didn't hear your input.
Just want to say, my I still had my stuff summoned.
I still have
You guys are at full HP, full MP, nothing is summoned.
Well,
Unless... Well,
actually, just my clay golem was summoned.
yeah, I'll say anything you had summoned already can still be up, because you didn't, like, enter battle or... Yeah. Except when you sleep, it's not supposed to stay up, right? Oh, it
It's on
can,
it.
actually, it can.
No, it doesn't.
can't?
And I slept, so
it wouldn't
it's
be-
down.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Yes.
I re-summoned.
Yes, Trevor?
Can I take the courage potion and then put something else on my belt before that? Before
Yeah.
we start combat?
Yeah.
Cool, I do that.
Your courage potion, it burns your esophagus as it goes down, but suddenly your muscles are on fire and you're just like, must crit!
I used
Would like to go
charge.
into a rage.
Don't
Wait,
charge yet.
Before doing that,
I raised shambles right after my clay golem.
okay. Pinocchio allows the 3 of you that were kneeling in front of him to go back around to the other side, and join all together, if that's how you want to start battle. He picks up his long staff, and it's a very pretty thing, and there is a paddle, like a circular paddle at the very top of the staff with a sun blazing on one side and a moon on the other. And he says, Jiminy, I'm going to need your help. And Jiminy says, absolutely. And he's like, okay. And he spins it and he goes, ready.
You're a conscience. You're not supposed to fight.
Maybe it's a fucked up conscience. I don't know.
My
Look at
shambles
Phobos.
is wielding the broadsword now.
Alright, I'm gonna do
Instead of Dragon's Bane.
charge.
I was thinking
Okay.
that before.
Sorry. I have Captivate going. That's passive, and then I have Song of Slaughter. That's just constant.
Awesome.
So just FYI, everybody, those are going right now.
We have a 10% chance every turn to get an extra turn.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
Because of Song of Slaughter, my attack bonus is 20.
Allies receive 10% crit chance, +4 attack, +2 damage, and +4 magic. FYI, everybody. And then there's all songs grant 25% chance to gain another major action every turn, and grants other allies a 10% chance to gain another major action every turn, in addition to other song buffs. And extra turns can stack.
I was gonna say something about my awesome crit chance right now, but I just took a potion that makes me do nothing but crit, so
Eh,
At the beginning of battle,
that was charge.
At the beginning of battle, he casts out 4 threads from his fingers, and they hit each of your hearts. You guys are wrapped in green little auras. They don't hurt, but you're just suddenly like, huh? And the threads connect with your hearts, and you're just like, I feel tethered. And the strings are ethereal. They will not twist. They won't catch on anything. They are connected to you like ghosts, almost. As you guys look at each other going like, you feel alright? I feel fine. You see the number 5 above all of your heads. And you're like, okay. Jinxa, your charge.
I critted.
Cool. Damage?
Hold it. Okay, I'm sorry. That was with. I don't know. Can I charge with the shotgun? Like, does
No.
that?
No.
No, I
That's a
can't. I
melee
didn't
only.
think
That's
so.
melee only.
Okay, I'm using lightning sword.
Not lightsaber?
That was yeah, that's right. My bad. I just rewrote everything. I have it even equipped up here. Lightsaber, 3d10.
lightsaber.
So 30. It's a
And
crit, so
Okay.
maximum weapon damage.
so 30 plus 10, and I don't know.
Strength, cunning, dex.
Oh, okay. So 30, 40, 51, 53, and 64.
Okay.
And it's deactivated because it's.
Did you do +2 attack? Or +2 damage on your
Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that part.
Okay.
So the
66.
Lightsaber deactivates after the crit attack.
yeah, 66. But I can taunt and crap.
And you also have a 25% chance of getting an extra major action.
Do you taunt now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna taunt.
Okay.
11.
You are taunted. Trevor,
Ooh.
your turn.
I want to start off by throwing one of my dragon claw daggers at him.
Perdita or Pongo?
Minus 3.
They are neither.
Oh, okay.
I
D
can't
or
throw
dumb?
both of them, I can only throw the one.
Yes.
4.
Damn. Alright, fine.
Actually,
Oh wait, I automatically crit.
actually, can he throw 2?
What?
Can you throw 2 throwing daggers in the same turn?
Yeah, that would be
It makes
your,
sense that you could.
It'd be your entire turn.
Yeah, you can throw both, actually.
Cool. I
Throw
crit on
both
both.
Phobos.
Full weapon damage.
I like that potion. So, Jeff, the computation is the same, right?
It'll be the same, yeah.
So 6 for the dagger, 8 strength makes 14, 10 dex makes 24, 10 cunning makes 34,
Right?
plus 2 for Song of Slaughter.
Yeah.
So 36 twice is 72.
Oh shit, I didn't add
Look at
Song
run.
of Slaughter with
Oh my god.
mine.
Tommy.
I only added charge.
And
So it's another plus 2.
Yeah.
We've been getting a lot.
We
I know, I
just
have ants in
calculated.
my
You said
room.
64 and I said +2.
really annoying.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so then
So
the
it's
charge,
vacuum them all up
charge
and-
would have been another plus
Vacuum.
4.
Oh, you didn't do the +4?
It's really hard to find where they're coming from, too.
Hey, Tommy.
Tommy.
Do 4 more damage for Jinx's attack. She didn't add her charge bonus.
Sorry.
And then I would like to
Mad at me.
disengage at the end of my throwing.
Okay.
Would you? Or would you like to roll a 10% chance to go again?
You already rolled.
Well, I mean, I don't have to roll for a disengage.
I know, but you did.
I set my dice down. Nah, it's fine. I'll just. I forgot about that, so that's only fair.
Hey, Jeff, can you shut the door? Or the window?
The door.
The door.
Shut the door.
Shut the front
Shut
door.
the door.
Did you roll your 10% chance?
I didn't think I could. I'm sorry. What the hell am I supposed to get?
If you don't call it before you roll, it'll be just 0. So
Then no, because I rolled the 60.
Okay. Zilfin.
Yes. I have my clay golem approach and attack. 13 plus
Hits.
4 plus. Okay. It's a Song of Slaughter. Ridiculousness.
Sorry. That's all.
He does 24 damage.
Okay.
Alright, Skeletal Warrior attacks with a broadsword.
Okay.
17. It's 6. Should be 8. It does 16 damage.
16. Okay.
Yeah. And then a little torn. I think I'm going to cast Vulnerability Hex. Yeah, I want to cast Vulnerability Hex.
Nice.
It lowers his resistances by 50%
Okay.
for 3 turns. It is successful.
It's unlucky 13 though.
What's that?
It's unlucky 13 though.
It's unlucky.
Yeah, it's unlucky 13.
Okay. Okay.
I was like, what? Is this a new
I was
mechanic?
like, maybe since I'm going up against Genie, that's like a legit thing. That was very convincing.
Jeez, Tommy.
Sorry, guys.
Rolled really high in your cunning check.
Okay, so that's that was my major. Yeah, I'm done.
You know how they
Luna, I'm so sorry.
My
You
turn?
should have gone before Zilfin, but
It's okay. I mean, minus 10 points of health because of that.
no.
It was actually better that way because I put Vulnerability Hex on it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Also,
Don't forget
is
plus 4.
Flare non-elemental or arcane damage?
Shoot, I didn't write it down here.
Oh,
I think that it was arcane damage, actually. Why?
because if it's arcane, that would be a really good spell to put on him because it would do 50% more damage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that it's. I could have sworn it said arcane, but I would have to double check. Because I know it's not fire, like I thought it was. So I was actually going to use that. Should I use that first, or should I do fire? I think I'll do fire first.
How much MP do you have?
62.
It's just flare every turn.
Yeah. So first my shock
Better.
aura. 5. Shock aura. So 5. So 25. Wait, is it plus 4 to my magic right now?
Mm-hmm.
So 29 damage. And then I'll do
Just
the
for
silence.
shock aura? Shit.
Yeah, I'm sure I won't silence them, but I'll do it anyway. 4 is always my number. 3.
Did you say
Um,
29 damage?
Yeah.
So it does 39 damage.
39? Oh, shit. Damn. And now for my Pflegl.
Or at least I think it does. I don't know what his resistances are.
True.
But I know it's minus 50% at least.
13, 40 times 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Shoot. 13 plus 9, 22. And
Well done.
22
29.
plus 7, 29. Plus my magic, which is right now 24 times 2, so 40.
48 plus 29.
Yeah, 48 plus 29. And then plus any bonuses, because it is arcane. If there are bonuses.
So that'd be 77, and then half of 77 is a lot.
Got it.
It's a lot.
It'd be 39 more.
Jesus.
Okay.
And I just have to now calculate.
So it's 116 damage with the flare.
Jesus.
Woo!
And then my shock aura too
You
on the
already,
side.
your shock already, I thought already went.
Oh no, I was
That's
just
what she
saying,
means.
like
Just
in my
in
head,
one
like,
turn.
Oh, okay.
It'd be what, in one turn you did almost 150 damage?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's pretty
62
fucking awesome.
minus 9.
53.
Pinocchio twirls his staff, and he raises it up and casts self-heal. Casts.
Hey, you should have rolled your extra turn.
Oh, I forgot.
I don't think a single person did.
Trevor did.
Oh, good.
Woohoo!
And I failed.
What would I have to get to do it?
Just whatever you call, or the highest number on the die you roll.
On which
He
kind of die?
barely casts
The
fissure.
D10.
Barely.
Barely cast fissure. Ooh.
I'm just gonna do
But
it
it's
for
still
fun to
is.
see if I would have had it to make myself feel better. Okay, good. I was thinking 10 and I got 5. I feel better now.
He casts 45 damage to all of you.
Cast
Wow.
45
I
damage.
had taunted.
It's an AoE.
Yeah, it's an AoE.
Damn it.
Play your phase.
44
Gonna
damage.
die.
I'm at 7 health. And guess what? We don't have a healer. Rip me.
I'm at 23.
Lol. I'm at 20.
Play your phase. The numbers above all your guys' head goes down to 4.
Woo!
He said
So
40.
we have 4 turns to beat this fucker. Everybody just unload.
Yeah.
He said 44 damage?
43.
Okay.
Or no, 45.
It's 45.
Oh,
I
40.
took 44
Alright.
because I'm
45
awesome.
minus 11.
And I think you only take 44 because I think you're relentless.
Yeah, I ignore 1 point of damage. So I actually only take 33 because I have Father's Love shield.
Yay.
33.
It's gonna come down to Jinx to just be the last one standing, trying to keep the last few hit points off this guy.
Just, yeah. Get a little bit extra. Minus 33. Okay. Alright. Sorry, guys. So I don't have the lightsaber this turn. Does it cost a turn to get something off my belt?
Fairy
No,
doesn't
it's
heal
a, it's a
you,
minor
does it?
action to grab a weapon off the
Can't
belt.
remember.
Okay, I'm gonna grab
Fairy
the
only reduces
shotgun,
damage and increases your
and I'm gonna use
magic.
that.
Okay.
How much does it reduce damage by?
1.
Oh.
You're going to have an incredibly high
Aha.
crit chance with this thing. Because it increases your crit chance by 15% when using this item, plus your songs. So,
Woo!
Yeah, for my potion, I would be at a 30% crit chance right now myself.
what's your dex?
My dex is 11.
It hits. Roll damage.
Cool. 40, 12. I always grab the wrong one. 6 plus 5. 11. That.
Roll again.
Yeah. Until 13. 14, 15, 16. Plus 10. 26. And then 9 bleeds.
Okay.
It says stun, but it never works.
Stun will actually work on him in a way. One of his major actions will not be occurring this turn.
Oh, okay.
Anything else?
Taunt something I have to do every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will do. I'm gonna do War Cry,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Okay. Phobos.
Kill him, Trevor. now.
But
Wait, what does Warcry do again?
Warcry adds another additional. Oh, I didn't add Song of Slaughter. I didn't add my damage from that, which was 2. I'm sorry. Warcry +4 attack, +2 damage, 5% crit chance for 3 turns, and the shield. Is that for
That's
me?
on you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Shields is level +3. Okay.
So is it another +2 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Jesus H fuck. Alright, well, I disengaged last turn, so backstab, lol. Who saw that coming? So that means, so the backstab, I'm sorry, the Song of Slaughter and the Warcry damage would not get doubled by my Master of Shadows, right?
The what?
The damage bonuses from Song of Slaughter and Warcry.
That would get doubled.
They stab.
Oh shit. Okay. So it's 146 damage for my backstab normally, plus, what, 6 more between Warcry and Song of Slaughter?
No,
Four-
do-
four
plus
more.
4 more. 4
Plus
more.
4.
Okay.
Yep.
2 and 2.
So if it's getting doubled, it would really be +8
And then all songs grant 25% chance to gain another major action.
for you. And then 10%
Oh.
for us.
It's
Oh,
25%.
So plus 8, so it, my backstab does
everybody.
154 damage.
Yes.
It
And then
works.
and then you would do the fire damage afterward.
The fire damage was included in the original 146.
Oh, okay.
Because my actual numbers add up to 136 plus 10 fire damage for my character level.
Got it. Okay.
Anything
So
else?
154 total.
Anything else, Trevor?
I am going to take the greater healing potion that is on my belt.
Don't forget your reroll.
Yeah, don't forget your reroll.
I'm going to do the reroll right now. I'm rolling a D100, so I'm going to call a 40. Nope, I should have called 60. But I'm still totes going to do the potion on my belt. So that's 4d6 plus 12 for a greater, right?
Yep.
7. I did 2 dice at once, so that's 6 and 1. Plus another 7 is 14. I'm sorry, 24 plus 12 is 36 that I healed for.
Excellent.
And then I disengage.
Damn it. Luna.
I'm going to flare again.
Valerian.
Flare. Please don't fail. 18.
That's a crit.
Crit?
Yep.
Yes.
God,
So
yes.
It's gonna be
that's.
so much damage.
Oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. Okay, so it's 40-10, so that's 40 already.
Mhm.
Then plus 2 times my magic.
Wait, hold on. I thought
Would be-
flare was 40-12.
I thought it,
I don't remember now. If it's 12, then I've been doing it wrong.
Oh, it could very well be 40-10.
Flare.
But I think
40-10.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. So then that's
Yeah.
40, then plus my 2 times magic, which my magic right now is 24, so that's 48.
Is that including the 4? From
Um,
Song
Not
of
yet.
Slaughter.
Not yet.
oh,
the +4 magic.
yeah, that's including that. So then right there is, how much is that right there? That's 60, what, 68?
No, it's 88.
88? I can't do math, I'm bad at math.
And then half of your magic is 12, because that's
Yeah.
the spell burst bonus.
So
Which
it's
put it at an
100.
even 100.
So 100, okay. And then I gotta remember my shock aura after that, which I will do.
Go for it.
But it really does 150 because of my vulnerability hex.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is a D10. 5. Why don't I ever remember my stuff? That my magic was, which is 24, so 29 with that. Oh yeah, and then my stun, which I would say 4. A 1. And now my reroll, which 20. Nope.
She got 60 as well.
Yeah, I should have said 60.
Crazy.
It's a good number now.
Apparently.
Sylphin.
Hi.
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 Your golem also took the same damage, and so did Shambles, by the way. For 45.
Right. I think Shambles might actually be down. Yeah, Shambles is down.
It's shambles.
If I have 3 damage reduction, does that mean every time that I get hit? I
Every time
subtract-
you get hit by each individual attack, subtract 3.
Okay.
Every time.
Okay, so since Shambles is down, I'm going to have my golem hit. 9 plus 8
Hit.
plus okay. 8, 9 plus 4 is 13 plus 12 is 25. So 25 damage.
Okay.
And then
Is that including the other damage? Okay. I just have to check with everybody.
I resummon my golem as my minor action. Success. Summon him like right in the same spot.
Okay.
And then I blow him up as an instant. Success.
Success.
So that would be 80 true damage.
Okay.
Kind of wish it wasn't true damage now, so to get the bonus from vulnerability hex. But oh well. So I need to account for that loss of MP. So it would be at 36 down to 28 MP. And then for my major, I cast Drain Life on him to try and heal myself, which is a spell burst.
I wish I could do that. I should have gotten self-heal. That would have been really helpful.
Imagine if I had some kind of vampiric sword.
Yeah. Drain Life is 8 MP. And spell burst on that is going to be insane. Pretty sure I'm going to be at full health because of it. So I have, so with the plus 4 magic, I'm at 21 magic. So it would be 20 plus 21, so 41, plus half of my magic would be 11 more. So it would be 52.
Plus 4?
No, I already account for the plus 1.
For the magic or the Warcry and Salt?
For the magic. And the Warcry and Salt are applied to physical damage only.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
So it'd be 52 unholy damage, so he takes 50% more.
Okay.
Which would be like 26 more, which would be 78 damage. And that's how much I would heal for, which would put me at full anyway, so. Whoop. Yeah! And that's the end of my turn.
Jesus.
Pinocchio,
Did
as
you want
he...
to roll for your chance?
Oh, yeah! Nope. Oh, I called a 1.
That's what I was calling.
No.
I'm dead on this next turn if it's an AoE, by the way, so good luck, you guys.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cool. Pinocchio smiles at all of you and says, "Good job, guys. You're doing great. Keep going."
Oh, great.
He also
He's
casts
like
self-heal.
way-
Damn it.
What?
He heals for 500.
Does he need a heal? I'm pretty sure he has a lot of health.
Well, like, we could only do like 300 or 400 damage a turn. No.
This is a never-ending battle.
Jinx never said she
Literally the
taunted.
plot of
so-
Sword Art Online.
No, I did Warcry instead.
You can do taunt as well.
Too late.
Can I? Oh, no.
Too late.
I thought you could find anything you wanted.
9.
She can.
It's an instant.
You are attacked with a leg sweep.
Okay. Fine.
And you have little legs.
Your legs
I
would
could
slip
jump.
off your body
I
entirely.
He barely gets you down. Like, your defense is 17.
Aww.
Yeah.
But
His-
she's a rabbit.
The rolls equated out to 17.
You
So,
can jump over it, can't she?
you are knocked to the ground. You take
Really big legs.
10 damage.
9, 8, 7. And I have a
used
13
my
on my...
minor action to help her back up.
No.
7.
Yeah, you definitely helped with that 3.
13. I actually
There you
don't
go.
take any damage. Awesome.
Then he casts Tornado.
Damn it.
He fizzles the tornado.
Oh my gosh.
And then, you're gonna love this.
I say, good job. You're doing great.
Man,
Keep it
there's
up.
another ability. I thought it
Jiminy says, try again. He's like, okay.
What
No!
about,
Hey,
what about
the
that
stun.
stun thing?
What about the
He
stun?
mana burns.
I thought the
Okay.
stun was going to negate one of his major actions.
He did.
Oh shit.
Great.
Hey, somebody keep stunning him.
I'll
Any mana
try.
burn?
You know what? I try every turn with my shock aura. Don't
No.
worry.
This is not a major action, so it's okay. But which one do I do?
Can't believe he fizzled and mana burn in the same turn. Holy shit.
Yeah, what a giant piece of shit.
Well, he's in self-healing too, so he's also burning mana that way.
This is a sustain, so it counts as a minor.
Oh, yeah.
Less mana for him.
Actually, I'm gonna roll a d4 to see which ability I use. 3. He uses Blaze.
So many abilities.
And Blaze casts.
Okay. Does
So
he have
funny.
enough movement to run around?
See, I told you that's how he got enlightenment. Blaze it up.
He is now on fire, and he's like, "Come at me, bro."
So
Is
he's
that what
I
the
don't
kids
do melee
say?
damage.
He's Jack Jack.
He's a Jack Jack attack. Player phase.
Isn't he made of wood?
Hey Trevor, time to be ranged. Or just do as much
Shit, I
damage
used
as
up my throwing
possible.
daggers.
Jinxa.
Yeah.
He would do He would only do damage from the fire if you crossed his fire.
Spoiler: your entire major action will be to get up.
Oh, we can still talk though.
If,
Oh, I
if
have-
someone chose to help her, could it just be 2 minors?
It would be your major action, depending on the roll.
Damn.
It would take up your major action, but gives a chance for her to have a major action instead.
Oh.
But it depends on your roll. But you already rolled a 3, so no.
What if I stayed on the ground and instead just ignited my lightsaber and went?
It's close enough, can you?
Oh,
do
also
that?
the number above your head went to 3.
Okay.
Sweet.
Can I do that?
I guess. I mean, you could hit your friend's
The
legs.
countdown could be a bad thing, you guys.
It
We
is a
don't
bad
know.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain it's a bad
Yeah. We have to beat him before it ends. That's my guess.
He's gonna crush our hearts and kill us all
Damn it.
3 more times.
I'm assuming it would make us all pass out at the same time or something. I'd be like, oh, we lost.
It's
We'll
like
try
Pokemon.
again.
All your Pokemon get beat to shit and you black out.
Yep.
Then somebody robs you and leaves you outside the hospital.
Yeah.
Hopefully we wake up with beautiful women taking care of us.
Oh, that's right, you're a lesbian. I forgot about that. You find a handsome tavern maid and go, ooh, baby.
Oh.
You find like
Well, Phobos is on the
50
side
Nurse
going,
Jennies.
I can taunt, but and I get up.
Jinxa is on the ground, still singing Song of Slaughter, going, and going, but does not get up.
No, I said I get up.
Oh, okay.
I just did.
I
So-
missed that, I'm sorry.
So she's grabbing her lightsaber and getting up.
Okay. Do you taunt?
I already did.
Excellent. Phobos.
I'm gonna give you 2 guesses as to what I'm gonna do.
I actually am confused as to what you're gonna do.
Back and stab. Those are my 2 guesses.
Stab back.
Penny for the small 90. Yeah, but I want to specifically try to go around his pathway. I don't want to go stepping into fire.
You don't want to step in no fire.
He hasn't made any
Almost every time.
firewalls yet because he hasn't moved.
This is a
Yeah.
good point.
He casts Blaze at the end of his turn. He's just standing there on fire.
Even better. Then yeah, backstab. Oh wait, it hits.
Damage.
What things do the bard have going
It
on?
was 154.
So both things are still active.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then yeah, 154.
Warcry's on its round 2. It has
Oh, that's
one
right,
more
it's a
round.
3-turn thing. I
Yeah.
I
forgot.
just realized
Fool.
his fire damage, his 10 fire damage, should be 15.
Oh, I didn't.
Vulnerability hex, boom.
I didn't roll
Trevor.
my.
So it's actually 159.
Suck it.
Trevor, you take 38 burning damage.
Oh, it's like a fire
4.
shield. Damn.
Also, make sure that you re-roll. Do your second
I
roll.
will do right after I take
I
the
haven't been doing
standard
any
HP
rolls.
potion that's on my belt.
I just did it, and I called 4. I rolled 4.
Awesome. You get
So-
the major. Yeah, you get
Oh.
them.
I'm gonna
Had to
use.
say them.
I'm actually, I'm gonna use this action to drink a greater MP potion.
Greater MP? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, Trevor.
I'm at 0.
I
Oh,
took
shit.
the HP potion to my belt and I'm healing for another 18.
Okay.
Woo!
And then I disengage.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's something I need to buy. HP potion.
I have 2 health.
I'm at 8 right now still.
It's a shame I wasn't a blood
Flare.
mage right now.
I'm actually gonna do my shock order first. So let's see if my stun works. 4.
Shit.
1. Dang it. 7 is 24.
So that's 31. So I did
There.
31 damage. Is that plus anything with my shock aura? With you guys? So what would it be? With the buffs, what is the number?
It would just be 50% more.
Oh,
So it'd be like 16 more.
46.
okay. And then now for my flare. 9.
Mana burn,
God.
that sucks, dude.
Shut up. Detail. Okay,
So
just
many
making sure.
numbers.
10, 12,
13.
13 plus
22.
9, 22, thank you. 22 plus 48 plus the extra bonuses that I can't do in my head.
It would be 105 damage.
Okay. 105. Did you add in my shopper already?
Nope.
Okay. And now my reroll thingy, whatever it's called, extra roll.
Oh shit, I didn't reroll.
9.
It's called Captivate, okay?
Let's go with 40.
Okay.
I'm feeling gutsy.
40?
I said 9.
I should have went with 90.
Damn.
So since you let Cameron retroactively do the thing,
You can do it.
I called zeros, and it's motherfucking zeros.
You gotta put your camera on it so I believe ya.
The gray one, I don't know if you can see it from there.
If he's
I
going
can't see
to
where I'm
be-
even aiming.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I see it.
Yep.
I see it.
We're good.
What is your other major action? You cannot use backstab again.
No, I know. But can I throw the dagger I have one more dagger on my belt? A lightning dagger?
Yeah.
Eh.
Cool. It crits.
Yay.
Damage?
So it's 1d4 plus 4 lightning damage. Somebody want to help me out?
It's 6 lightning damage now.
6 lightning damage now plus the d4, so 10.
Yep.
And then 8 strength is 18, 10 dex is 28, 10 cunning is 38, and then another 4 for Cameron's shit?
Yeah.
42?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay. Phobos? Or sorry, Zilfin.
So many bonuses.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use my minor action to move away from him a little bit.
You're like, I'm scared.
Also, the scientist keeps getting hit by the AoE, so he's actually dead.
I actually hide behind the scientist.
I just
Does
corpse.
Can
Jinxie
I-
feel bad
Can I
No.
hide behind Zilfin's like big summons at all?
Sure.
What summons do you have up?
that I blow up? You're like, I'm hiding. Oh, you blew it up. What the fuck? Why would you do that?
I'm gonna hide. What
I'm
summons
just
do you
like
have up?
snickering the whole time. I have nothing up right now.
Oh really?
I blew it up.
But we summons, so I can hide behind it.
No, I'm gonna blow it up again. I don't care about you. Oh, no truth comes out.
Oh.
I'm gonna kill him next turn.
I believe it.
I summon.
Pinocchio starts seeing the party turn on each other, like you guys are being timed right
He's like-
now. Like you're okay.
Yeah,
my golem.
This is not an effective use of your time.
Cool. I summon my golem, like right next to him, and like
Go ahead.
well outside the fire line, not summoning on top of him. And then before
No,
my clay
smother
golem
the
even
flames.
attacks, because he can't attack, I blow him up.
Smother the flames. Just drop him on top of him.
He takes 3d8 plus magic damage.
I don't care. Yeah, because I just blew him up.
80 true.
Yeah, 80 true damage and a lot of freaking MP to do that. 8. Oh god. Minus 17. I'm at 3.
Ugh.
Crap.
3 health.
No, 3 MP.
Oh, here.
Da-da-da-da.
I have MP potions. I can give you one.
Sweet.
And
What
2
kind?
are on my belt.
What kind of MP potion?
They are standard.
Sweet. That was a minor. So my major action is catching it. Can I drink it?
Yeah.
This is one smooth motion.
Yeah. I drink it.
Wait, did you roll a d20 for the catch?
Ah, shit.
No, I didn't.
Don't you dare let it drop on the ground.
11.
Catch it.
Okay.
But 11's your unlucky
Shut
number.
up. I haven't played freaking Score in like forever. Score Norkeen.
I love how we still remember it.
Yeah, I remember his full freaking name. Of course I remember Score. He's awesome. Alright, 10. Yeah! No, damn, I failed. Okay, so my standard is a 3d6 plus 8. So 5, 6,
Yeah, they kind of do.
11
They're
plus
super
8.
pretty.
It's 19. Puts me
I
back
always see the
up
green
to
and purple, but I never
22.
saw the blue and purple before.
So are we actually doing like metric fuck tons of damage to this guy? Tommy, or is he just laughing all of this off?
It's very peaceful.
He himself is very at peace, but the number that you guys have stacked on him is quite high.
Awesome.
If we lose, at least we done good.
Well, that's the end of my turn.
19. There's 19 damage.
No, 19, I healed it, or restored 19 MP
Oh.
with the potion.
I may be
was
going
just
down
counting out
soon,
loud.
so I just want to let you all know. Good job.
The numbers
Thanks
above
for
your
the
heads.
potion.
The numbers above your heads
welcome.
decrease to 2.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, and my vulnerability hex is over now.
Sad face.
Yeah.
You can still crit though, the whole time.
I can still crit. I love that. I throw something. Okay, it crits.
He casts Water Sphere.
What's
Oh,
that?
great.
He's on fire.
He casts Water Sphere.
Well,
on
he
you.
doesn't cast it on himself.
Oh.
What is a water
He puts
sphere?
himself out. He's like, it was a joke. Lol.
Oops.
Okay.
He has lots of elements.
He's
He's like me.
Mm-mm-mm.
I must ask him to teach me something after we lose.
Water sphere?
After we
It's a geomancer.
You are dealt
ability.
55 water damage.
Jesus.
Hold up.
That's a lot.
Hold it. Hold down.
So 55.
So it's
3.
54.
That's just.
6.
Hold up.
46.
That's so fucking funny.
Hold up.
He casts Self Heal.
No.
Real original.
I'd like to know. I'd like to know how much this guy heals for.
So I have 3
I should ask.
HP left, guys.
How much HP?
You're actually still up?
I'm
Yeah.
still
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Yeah,
I
dude.
have
Freaking
80.
like war cry.
Do you have an HP potion?
He actually
Nope.
seems... He
Shit.
seems blatantly shocked that you're still up. He's like...
This little bunny.
Hey guys, I have the most HP out of everybody at the moment. Let's just marvel at that fact for a second.
Yeah.
Wrong. I'm at full. I'm at 64.
You want to
You're
know the
welcome.
best
Fuck
thing,
you,
though?
Jeff.
You're
What?
welcome.
You want to know the best thing, though?
What?
That was just a sustained.
Damn it.
Which means it was just a minor.
Yeah.
Which means he still has a major.
Ah.
Well, you did say it was going to be hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to go with the other option.
He flicks. Drinks
Why
it.
can't he fight with us and save the world?
I know, right?
Can I throw my
Pinocchio.
scale mail on top of my platinum armor? Can I just do that?
Just right now,
People
you
wear
go, hold on.
mail under the armor all the time. It's fine.
No. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it's Fissure again.
Oh.
Oh, can I do
That's
anything with
fun.
my shield? Am I allowed to?
It's for a single target.
Not AoEs.
If it's an
Could I have
AoE,
done
I'm
it
out.
for the water sphere? Because
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, it was a single target ability, but it also like expands to encompass other people. You didn't say it when it was
Well,
cast.
I also never know when I can use it because half the time, pretty much 90% of the time, I get told no, it doesn't work on that. So
You try to
Just
shield
work
with
on that,
lightsaber.
that's. I think I thought I did it at one point, but I didn't mark it when I transferred stuff over.
This is Tommy feels bad.
Yeah.
No.
No. I get no special treatment.
That's not true at all.
You get a lot of special
You
treatment.
do.
I meant in this instance.
Everyone is dealt 47 earth damage.
I'm
Yay!
out.
I'm
I'm out.
Oh, cool. 46. Puts me to 18.
You said
Mister.
40.
46.
Zilton, I
Yeah.
hope you can do it.
Oh, well.
Here's the thing. Those who are out,
43.
you do not go to the drastic negative that you believe.
Okay.
You go to 0.
As you hit the ground, you are at exactly 0.
Okay.
Passed out.
Passed out.
Darn, that's so much better than -8.
Mine would have been negative 40.
Yeah. He his last action is to look over at you and go, well,
We should have been freaking hitting Jiminy Cricket.
player face.
I mimic him. I go,
Well.
Hurry, make him a deal so you can win. I'll give you this if you let me win.
it's a
I'll
In
give
my
you this
fainting-
dead people if you let me win.
In Jinx's fainting breath, she takes her shield and smacks Jiminy with the shield.
I do something really fucked up, like, I'll give you Jinx's soul for eternity if you let me win.
Oh
No.
God.
No, don't worry, I'm not that fucked up. I mean, I'm really fucked up, but I'm not that fucked up.
Okay, I appreciate
pretty
that.
fucked up,
You're
but
not like selling me away.
Alright. Well, all of the, like, bonuses are gone from that, so I get -4 magic, which is really the only thing that really affected me, and then I don't get the chance for a reroll.
For crit chance.
I forgot about the reroll. Well, then again, I'm.
Oh,
No, I
dang.
didn't.
Oh, yeah,
No,
you
you
rolled
I was
those.
down already.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang.
Hodor.
Never mind,
Oh,
we'll do
dang. Oh, dangles. I only have 22 in pizzles. I need 17 for my combo, basically.
it. Yeah, clutch it, Jeff. Clutch.
I cast blind on him. Well, I do need to do drain life at some point in order to fully heal.
Jeff, I swear to God, if you kill this guy, I will drive down there and kiss you.
Cool.
Oh man.
Cool.
Sweet.
He's very confident, therefore, that you will not succeed.
Alright. So there's so much to do.
So much to do, so much to see. So,
Okay,
what's
so-
wrong with taking the back streets?
You'll never know if you don't go.
15.
Well,
Thank you.
Oh no.
I have exactly
Never shall
22.
make it all go.
Alright. I raise Shambles without his sword. I raise Shambles immediately behind the genie.
The genie.
And I have to do this legit. Okay, so Shambles is up. I cast Drain Life. Success. So close to a spell burst, it makes me mad. But it's not. But it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. So, 5 plus 17 is 22. So I do 20, just a flat 22 unholy because no more vulnerability hex. And I heal for 22, which
This
puts
would have
me
been a
up
lot
to
easier if we had
40.
Jenny.
Yes, it would have.
So it puts me up to 40.
I also made him slightly weaker because she wasn't here. Because it's a 4-man
Now
party
he's
now instead of
weaker.
5.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
So that was my minor, and then a major. And I need to conserve my MP for my maneuver that I'm planning to do to him.
You're gonna die. I'm just
And
kidding.
I stand there. I go, I'm all out of moves.
He looks over your head and it clicks to 1. And he's like, almost.
Maybe you have to survive till that point.
I was thinking that, but I don't know.
He says, you know what the best part about this, though? I'm happy for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because allow me to do some quick calculations. I only have enough to do this.
Oh, rip.
And he launches forward.
Uh-oh.
Time.
What's your defense?
My defense is very low, but I'm also not there anymore.
You're smart.
Because I blow up Shambles as he lunges at me. Which does no damage because he's no longer there.
That was 14? Oh,
Well,
because you
He
teleported
was
away.
lunging, and then I take Shambles' place, which was right next to him because I was expecting him to cast a spell on me.
Ah, okay.
You're smart, Jeff.
And then I appear where Shambles was, and I go, ha ha. And
I just imagine an awkward little laugh.
I take 8 damage because that's the cost of teleporting to my minion.
Unconscious Phobos tries to clap and misses his own hands.
I'm at exactly half HP and 0 MP. It's interesting.
That's not good.
He looks over at you and then zaps you.
What a dick.
30 nature damage.
29. That puts me down to 3.
Zap him back, Jeff. Zap him back. You have no MP, but you can still
I
zap
can
him.
still zap, absolutely.
It's a zap battle.
He looks over, looks above your head, looks at the one, and says, "Last chance."
Makes me think of Zap Roused Hour.
I'd zap that.
So
I thought of epic zap battles of history.
I have no mana, so I am left with charging him with my Keyblade.
You know what? That's actually a good idea.
That actually is pretty cool, yeah.
You get a chance to
I lunge at him this time and I go.
He teleports behind you and goes, "Ha ha!"
That could very well happen, but he said he only had enough MP to do that thing that he did and then missed because I teleported. Anyway. So I'm banking on that. I strike him with my 15 plus 14 is 29 accuracy. I hope that hits.
Oh, it definitely hits.
Oh my gosh.
How much damage do you deal? Song of Slaughter, Captivate, everything is no longer active.
Yeah. So it's 2d8.
12, unless you were doing it one-handed.
What?
D12, unless you were doing it only with one hand.
I have 2d4/2d8 written.
It's 2d8 or 2d12, I believe. What is it? What is the stats on your Keyblade? Because it should be the same melee.
I'm gonna keep it in my counter back. Weapons. I didn't write it down.
You didn't write your Keyblade down?
I think it was because I was assuming I'd keep the other page.
Okay, hold on.
Where is my other page?
I believe
It's in my thing.
Oh, okay. I left some of my stats in there because I was like, I'll just read.
I'll just
Yeah, I was like, I'll just read it on my other one because I was too lazy. to write
Keyblade,
it down.
2d8 or 2d12 if used as
Oh.
a two-handed weapon.
Well, then I will reroll my 2d12.
Thank you.
1 and 3.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if
Which
that
is actually
worked?
lower than my 2d8 roll. So
Wow.
I do 21 damage to him.
If that knocked him out,
Eh.
I would just.
And then I dance in front of him. Oh, and as a minor action, I throw my Grievous Dagger at him.
Jeff, come on.
Do it.
Yeah!
Throw is not a minor.
Well, it was on my belt, though.
No.
I rolled
The
a
act of
2
throwing
anyway.
is major.
Yeah, I rolled a 2, so I was all like, I just like took off my belt and dropped it, and I was like, oh, cool.
I'm actually shocked that you didn't try a zap.
Why would I?
Can't you still zap him though?
No, zap is major.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
saying,
it's-
well, why would I zap when my Keyblade does literally zap damage plus the melee?
True.
I'm not gonna try and zap him after he zaps me. Fuck that bitch.
Oh dear lord, calm down.
How about you calm down?
Pinocchio gets hit with a Keyblade and goes, well, that's a first.
And then I stop and I go, it could be yours if you make a deal with me.
He grabs the Keyblade stock, pushes it down, and grabs your shoulder and says, 3, 2, 1. And you fall to the ground.
Yahtzee.
All of you at the same time wake up. And he goes, good game, good game, good game,
I roll my eyes
good
at him.
game, good game.
Ow!
I roll my eyes so hard that you can, like, literally everyone
You can
in the
hear
room
them.
actually feels them physically.
Wow, that's pretty good. He also raises his staff and goes, heal! And all of you are fully healed. He says,
Yay.
oh, that hurt my arm. Okay. So, you failed.
tried.
He says, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
but
You're the one that made us do it.
Here's the thing. I'm going to do this in a mixture of Pinocchio and also Tommy. So, here we go. He was an optional boss. He was an optional battle. High risk, high reward.
Right.
The risk was taken. You failed the challenge. However, you are using him in a story-based way. So you are not going to receive the gifts of loot that I would have given you if you had beat him outright. However, Pinocchio, as a paragon of personality, says to you, you know, it takes a lot of determination and willpower to fight someone who has shown you no ill will, simply to assist somebody who actually has tried to harm you.
Don't remind me.
You have put yourselves on the line to assist a creature that most would consider a monster. And I find that so heartwarming.
That's when you should light his heart on fire.
And he says, your wish was a cure for vampirism, correct?
Yeah.
And so it shall be. And out of the sun part of the paddle in his staff, there is this shining ball of light that comes out and appears right in front of you. And he says, you might want to bottle that. Because...
Well, we have empty MP potion bottles now.
says the vampire in question needs to step into that light.
I bottle it up.
Jinxa has ball of light from Pinocchio. Or
Okay.
Pinocchio light.
I try to blow it away. I go.
He says to you, it was truly an honor to duel with you. Perhaps one day we can fight in our true forms.
This wasn't
Can I
even my
come back when
final
I'm a
form.
samurai and try this again?
I go.
Maybe I'll try
I go,
next time.
Were we close?
You want to know how close?
I really do.
12 HP away.
Lol.
Wow.
I'm not kidding.
So if I'd actually
He had
gotten
one,
another...
because Jenny wasn't here, he had 1,250 HP.
Woo!
He was at 1238.
So, just gonna say, I'm not asking for a retroactive or anything.
Yeah.
But you remember Jeff's vulnerability hacks?
Yeah.
Remember how he said that my sword was supposed to be doing extra damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't count it for like 2 turns.
That would have been 10, which would have left him with 2.
Still. Fucking still.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's very close.
I didn't
Oh my
roll my
God.
extra turn thing
Yeah.
most of the time.
Lots of mistakes.
You guys all
Little
receive
things.
2,000 XP.
Whoa!
That's awesome.
Pinocchio turns his back on you and sits back where he was and resumes his meditation as if nothing has disturbed him.
I almost leveled from losing.
Weird.
Here is the second part of the secret bosses. You can only fight them once.
Yep.
Okay?
I tackled him.
You guys
Fight me, damn it.
you guys can now know there's a secret boss out in Dreamscape, specifically out in the oceans.
Ursula.
There is a secret boss up north, just above. Actually, you guys were really close to it. When you guys were thrown out of the tower, and then Violet caught you and then swooped you over to a hill, looking down at the kingdom, a lot like this hill, actually. If you had gone further north, like geographically further north into the woods, you would have found the trigger point.
Elsa.
No.
Fluffy.
And then you would. There are 2 secret bosses here in the Dominion of Glass, and then there is one back in the ruins of Agrabah. I guess Red could kind of count as a secret boss, but So good job, guys.
Yeah. We get secret boss loot
Well, the
from
spoils
Red
of the
now.
red fight were certainly that of a secret boss, I imagine.
Yeah.
What's that?
I mean, I said the spoils of the fight with red were
Yeah.
worthy of
True.
a secret boss.
Yeah.
I got a lightsaber for freaking crying out loud.
You guys are at full MP and full HP.
Woo!
Would you like to finish this session with finishing it with Soren,
See.
Let's-
or do you want to save that for next time?
Let's save it because
Okay.
of the time.
Okay.
And also, I imagine there's going to be a lot of things that people want to do or want to initiate during the Soren scene
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
that Jenny might want to be part of.
It's true.
You guys put me in a bit of a pickle, actually.
Yeah.
How big of a
Decent size.
It's a
pickle.
Tommy pickle.
like Like a dickle?
Turned myself into a pickle, Morty. What?
Tommy Pickles.
So here's a question that I will pose. What do you guys think you'll plan on doing next session? Because once,
Sorry.
huh? Kill Soren. After Soren's bit is taken care of, one way or another. Yes, Cameron, you're mimicking me. Cool.
Mimicking?
Mimicking.
Malmicking.
Do you plan on going directly to Charming? Do you think you'll go find more secret bosses? Do you have a bit of an idea of what you'll
Like
do?
once Soren's healed, I think we're gonna go straight for Charming.
I think so too.
Probably.
So
What's
here's
the new Talmud?
here's what I will say about that.
Talmud.
My final comment on this session is once you enter the area in which Charming is, like specifically the building, you cannot leave, and that triggers endgame. So, do everything that you want to or can.
Charming is endgame? Like that's
Yes.
the last boss?
Because you guys decided for him to be endgame, because you chose to come here first.
Right. Okay.
Damn.
So his abomination thing, or him himself,
Oh, the bloody
or
story.
some
That's
secret
right.
boss
Yes.
within
Who's
will be the
missing?
final battle.
Yes.
Very old book.
That's awesome.
So,
Is that the
And
So
session-
Shovel Tommy hit to do all the extra stuff I made, guys.
no, kinda, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's also for another reason that I can't articulate.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Can
God.
or won't.
Do they have pictures or is
both.
Somewhat. This
Either.
is
Pick
Princess
one.
and the Frog. See.
Oh, I forgot about Princess and the Frog. It's an actual story. I forgot they didn't just.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. That was such a
Well
funny
said.
comment that you said to Jenny. It's just like, have you never heard of that? No one? Okay, I guess I'm old.
Wait.
Alright, say bye, guys.
Bye!
And say bye for like 10 seconds. Because that's about how much gets cut off on these fucking recordings.
Bye.